Well, hello everybody. It's so good to be back today. I say back because I was live a little bit earlier today, which some of you guys probably didn't even join us then. So I'm here for the first time today for a lot of you guys. What's up everybody? My name is Jared. I'm here with HeatPressNation. Of course, as you can tell by the beautiful heat press, it's right here next to me. We're here at HeatPressNation and I am super excited to talk about a really important topic today, how to choose the right heat press. Now, for some of you guys who are watching this later on after the fact, maybe watching this a week from now, a month from now, I'm live. So hello to all of our live friends. If you're tuning in live, let us know where you're tuning in from. Say hi, drop a hello. I see everybody. People are already commenting today, which is awesome. Now, some of you may not be watching this live. That's cool too. You can comment below if you have any questions or anything like that, whether you're live or watching the replay. I'm about to mention a few things that may or may not get cut out of the replay. So if you're watching live and you hear me reference some sales stuff and you're watching a few months later, sorry. But yeah, we are running our big, huge, gigantic Black Friday sale right now over at HeatPressNation.com. Some of the most popular products we've ever carried are already on sale or going on sale later this week. So really quick, I just want to recap our sale. We actually started putting some items on sale back near Halloween, right? And today we just launched a bunch of new stuff. So this heat press, for example, the HPN Signature Pro 15x15 swing away, that's on sale. We have a lot of other heat presses that are 20% off. Today is Monday. Oh, you could see it. You could see it right there on the site. I believe it's there, over there. You see it there on your screen. We have select heat presses that are 20% off, which is really awesome. Tomorrow we're gonna have even more sales. Wednesday, more sales. Thursday, Friday, every day this week through Black Friday, we're having more and more items on sale. And then on Cyber Monday, even more items are going on sale, and they're going to stay on sale until this whole Black Friday sale is over. So you definitely don't want to waste any time. If you see something going on sale, act quick on it. Make sure you jump on those items. You could get more details at HeatPressNation.com. And if you want to be notified every time we have something coming on sale, like all of the new daily deals, you could text the word HEAT to 20198. Again, text the word HEAT. You see it there on your screen. Text the word HEAT to 20198, and then you'll be given the latest updates on what new items are going on sale every day. So like I mentioned, we have heat presses on sale. We got everybody tuning in. What is up, people? Angelo is asking, what equipment do you recommend? That is awesome. I'm about to give a whole talk on that, so I hope you stick around. Jessica's asking, what heat press do you use for the tumblers you showed earlier today? That's a great question. And I believe you're referring to these pups right here. That's going to be the HPN Signature Series mug press with the skinny tumbler attachment. So it's going to be these beautiful tumblers right here. It's going to be the standard mug press, which is on sale. It's 20% off, and I think it's at $305, something like that. It's regular priced at $380. Right now for Black Friday, the press is on sale for $305. So you'd buy the press for $305, and then you just order the tumbler attachment. Now this attachment is on pre-order. We're expecting to have more of those attachments available very soon. I want to say within the next few weeks. So get your pre-orders in for the attachment. The press is on sale and in stock. The tumbler attachment will be available within the next few weeks, but you can order them on sale today. The press, not the attachment. Okay, very cool. So today, and really quick, just want to check in with my YouTube family. What's up, Four Corners in Mobile, Alabama? Miguel says he's back coming in from New Jersey. Super cool. Thank you guys for joining us. So today, I'm going to be talking about how to choose the right heat press. If you have any questions during this presentation, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I'll be answering questions live, and then I have my pal Ronnie joining in on the comments as well. She'll be able to share links and other helpful info like that. So thank you, Ronnie, for helping me prep all this. And then, of course, for answering all the questions. And then I got my pal Alex behind the camera. You don't see him, but he's here. And he's ready to kick all the butts on camera. So anyways, all right, so let's get started. So today we're talking about how to choose the right heat press. And there's a few different ways to go about this. I think the first thing you're going to want to consider when you're heat pressing or when you're choosing a heat press is how much use do you think you're going to be putting this heat press through? So the heat presses that I have on stage, I call it stage. The heat presses that I have on stage with me today, these are classified as perfect for home use, small business use, up to intermediate or even moderate small business use. And that's going to be like daily. We're talking about maybe you're running the press for anywhere from, most commonly is going to be like anywhere from 2 to 6 hours a day. Pretty common range for like small home use or moderate small business. Now, if you think you're going to be using the heat press for like 8 to 12 hours a day, 5 to 7 days a week, basically you're starting a big production house and you are just going to put the press through its paces. You are going to kick this heat press's butt. If that's the case, that's kind of considered more commercial or industrial use. And we do have heat presses for that. So I'm going to kind of start backwards. So if you're starting a professional production house, you know you're pressing like 1, 2, even 300 items a day. Every day, all week long, you're going to want to get into a commercial grade heat press. We consider those kind of our more premium line of heat presses. Common brands are like Stahl's Hottronics, which I think we're gonna show you one on screen right now, just to give you kind of an idea of what you're gonna be getting into. But yeah, we have like Stahl's Hottronics. We have the Geonite heat presses, Hicks, Insta. These are heat presses that are kind of geared towards just like heavy production. These machines are built like tanks, and they're the press that you're gonna have for like the next decade and all that. If you think you're gonna be into really super high production like that, give a call to our sales team. They'll help talk to you and help you determine the right heat press for that. This whole presentation is really geared towards beginners. You're starting a home business. Maybe you have a hobby that's kind of turning into a business, or honestly, you just want to have some fun making t-shirts. So I'm going to help you guys get started with your t-shirt recommendations. So if you're not doing that crazy 300 t-shirts a day, we're doing like 2,000 shirts a week. Like if you're not into that range, I got you. And that's what today's presentation is for. So really quick, that's our recommended use. You can, depending on what it's for. So kind of going up from there, the next thing you're going to want to consider is the size of your heat press. You notice I haven't said budget yet. You're going to want to consider the size. So you might be thinking, and if you go on our website, you can see like am I pointing in the right direction? Yes, I am. You can see on screen, we have different size considerations. Right here next to me, this is a 15-inch by 15-inch swing away. Now, 15 by 15, I consider that the standard for a t-shirt shop. If you're gonna be if this is more than a hobby to you, or you're offering items for sale, I would recommend getting into at least a 15-inch by 15-inch heat press. We also carry 16-inch by 20-inch heat presses, and I don't have one of those on stage here with me today. But that's what I use for my graphics. If you ask me, Jared, what do you use personally? Personally, I have a 16 by 20-inch heat press because I'm a big guy. I don't know if you could tell scaled towards the heat press, but like I'm a pretty big dude, and this is a triple X t-shirt that I'm wearing right now. So believe it or not, I am wearing a 3X t-shirt with an oversized graphic. This Taco NASA, this is from my custom line that I sell on the side. And no, unfortunately, I can't link you to it because I'm not supposed to be using this channel for personal promotion. But what I will say is that this is like 12 inches top to bottom. And because I have the extra little red wing part over here, this is actually 13 inches. I think it's like 13 and a half inches wide. So this graphic is like 13 and a half by 12. This is actually a very big transfer. And I'm not that tall. Like I know it might think, well, 3X. No, I'm not that tall, but it's just I like big oversized graphics. I wear big t-shirts. And so for me personally, and this might be you might be thinking like, hey, I want to do a lot of adult XX, triple X t-shirts. I want oversized graphics. You might find that the 15 by 15 is a little bit too small for you. Now, that being said, we have lots of samples here. You could do this no problem on a 15 by 15 inch. A lot of the samples that you're going to see today, this is perfect. It's going to work no problem on a 15 by 15 inch. You might be asking yourself, well, how do I know what size to go with? Let's walk on over here to the table. I'm going to show you guys a really good example. So here on the table, I have my Craft Pro. By the way, both of these are on sale right now. This is a 13-inch wide by 9-inch deep heat press. And then right here, I know it's hard to get them in the same shot. This is a 12-inch 15-inch wide by 12-inch deep heat press. So again, 13 wide, 9 deep, 12 inches wide. 15 inches wide, 12 deep. All right. Let me give you an idea. So this is a regular 8.5 by 11 transfer, and I'm going to be demoing transfers in just a minute. This is an 8.5 by 11 inch sheet of paper. It's going to fit perfectly right here on the 9 by 13. So if you want to know if that's going to be big enough, well, get a piece of paper and hold it up to your chest, hold it up to your shirts, and ask yourself if that's big enough for your transfers. If it is, excuse me, then you'll be totally fine on a smaller press. 9 by 13, totally, or 13 by 9, totally fine. And then 12 by 15, maybe you have like an 8.5 by 11, 8.5 by 14 inch paper. You know, maybe it fits all right here. If it does, then perfect. Then the 12 by 15 will be perfectly fine for you. This would like barely fit. This graphic on my t-shirt would barely fit on here. So me personally, I'm gonna need at least a 16 by 20. Again, I have gigantic t-shirts with gigantic oversized prints. I probably wouldn't be able to fit these too well on the smaller heat presses. You might be doing something totally different. In fact, just I believe it was last week, I was talking to one of my customers, and she was telling me that she's working with baby onesies and like little bibs and really small stuff. So the 13 by 9 was perfect for her and her needs. You might be finding yourself in the exact same position where you're working with just really small items. Maybe it's kids' clothing, that's your specialty. Dude, all day, save yourself the money and the space and the weight, because again, the bigger the press, the heavier it is. Get yourself a 13 by 9. This is the Craft Pro 13 inch by 9 inch. Again, 13 wide, 9 inches deep. And it comes in pink and mint. These are on sale. They're 20% off right now over at HeatPressNation.com. And of course, we have the slightly larger, and this is a swing away, so it's very cool. This is a 12 inches deep by 15 inches wide. So maybe you don't need a full 15-15 or a 16-20. You're into the swing away, which we're going to get to in a minute. And you're saying, hey, that size is perfect. This is available in mint and pink, and this one's also on sale, 20% off. So that's the size consideration. I'm going to head back over here. That's the size consideration that you're going to have when you're considering a heat press. How big of transfers do I want? I'm going to go ahead and open up for questions really quick before I move on. And if there's no questions, cool. I'll just keep talking. I kind of talk a lot, talk too much anyways. Pray for me. Let's see, do we have any questions here? Okay, I'm already seeing a bunch of questions not quite related to the sizing or how to pick a heat press. So I'll get to those at the end if we have time. Or I also see Ronnie, like she's always kicking butt, helping out in the comments, answering questions. Yes. Okay, Ronnie's killing it with the questions. Awesome. So yeah, so first you're going to consider how much use do you think you're going to be putting on this heat press. If you're not sure, you maybe want to go to the next level up. So entry level use, we would consider that our craft heat presses, like I'm talking about the smaller, like the M-Press 9x12s. Basically all the 9x12s we consider craft heat presses. And then you have like small business use. You have like our Craft Pro or our M-Press line of heat presses. And then we have like advanced small business, which is going to be the Signature Series heat presses. I know it's kind of a lot of information to take in if you're watching right now. That's why when you go to our website, HeatPressNation.com, and you view all the heat presses on the left-hand side there, you'll see where you could filter the presses by specific use. So if you want something that maybe, hey, it's going to work out great just for small business use, you can find it there on the side. If you're looking for something a little bit more advanced, you can find that there as well. Yeah, so this is getting kind of hot. Okay, so the last thing, and again, I haven't talked about budget yet, which is very important, of course. Budget might be the first thing you want to consider when selecting a heat press, but it's actually the last thing I'm going to talk about today, and then we'll get into our demos. The question we get a whole lot here at HeatPressNation.com is clamshell versus swing away. So for that, I'm going to head back over to the table, and I'm going to share the main reason why one would select a clamshell versus a swing away heat press. So let me just clear something up. When I say clamshell, I'm talking about this. See how it opens and closes like a clamshell? I get it. Get it? Okay, so this is a clamshell heat press. Now this is a special one. Our Craft Pro line of heat presses, the bottom plate, it does slide out towards you, which I love. That's a huge advantage on certain models of our clamshell heat presses. The bottom plate will slide out towards you, making it super easy to heat press, super safe. So clamshell opens and closes like a clamshell. A swing away, well, the top part, when you open it, it just swings out of the way. So that's the difference. Clamshell, swing away. You might be wondering, well, why would I choose one or the other? In my opinion, clamshell, especially if it has a slide out lower plate, clamshells are usually more expensive. If you're talking size, direct size to size comparison, clamshells are usually more affordable. Sorry, I said expensive, didn't I? Clamshells are usually more affordable than their swing away counterparts in the exact same size. Clamshell is going to be perfect for t-shirts, whether you're doing sublimation, heat transfer vinyl, whatever. They're great for t-shirts and other thinner items. So you could do, like, I have a clamshell and I have perfect job. Actually, no, I'm going to bring some samples up real quick. What do we got? What do we got? We got some of these. We got some of these. I know there's an ornament here somewhere. There we go. So if you're doing like thinner items like t-shirts, sweaters, hoodies, jackets, maybe you're doing one of these little pups, these cool makeup bags, that's considered thin. Even these wooden ornaments, these are about a 1/4 inch maybe. They're about a 1/4 inch thick or so. These are perfect wooden ornaments. Then you have your flat like aluminum panels. This is actually an ornament too, but it's the same thickness as an aluminum panel, very thin. If you're doing t-shirts, jackets, and thin items, a clamshell is going to be perfect for you. Now, once you get into thicker items, and when I say thicker items, I mean this. This is gorgeous, by the way. This is a Sublimation wood panel. Pretty thick. This is actually, I want to say it's about 3/8 to 5/8 inch thick. I don't have a ruler on me, so I couldn't say 100%. But it's pretty thick. It's around a 1/2 inch, give or take, right? This one, and I'll tell you why I wouldn't really recommend it in a clamshell, all right? Because in a clamshell, because it comes down at an angle, when the clamshell heat press, when it reaches the bottom, it's perfectly flat by the time it gets there. But you'll notice right here, it's still at an angle. So the problem is that when you're working with a thicker item like this wood panel, the clamshell is going to hit the back first before it hits the front because it's coming down at an angle. Now you could loosen your pressure all the way and you might be able to press it, but you might not. So here is why the swing away has the advantage for these really thick, rigid items. The swing away, you'll notice that instead of the element coming down at an angle, it's perfectly up and down. It's a vertical pressure application, straight up and down. So you're going to get more even pressure on all sides of your thick item. Swinging away. Perfect. So for this, for a clamshell heat press, I would probably recommend, items, even though technically you can go up to like a 1/2 inch thick, I personally wouldn't recommend it for anything over a 1/4 or a 1/3 of an inch thick. That's my personal recommendation. You can technically get it up to 1/2 inch. Anything over a 1/3 inch, if you're going to do a lot of it, I would say go for the swing away heat press. That way you have zero issues, zero problems. It's super easy getting the proper pressure application. And besides that, everything else is a preference. So besides the thickness of your rigid items, like your sublimation items, if you're saying, oh, well, I'm only doing t-shirts, cool. Then there's literally, then at that point, it's a preference. There's literally zero advantage to having a clamshell to a swing away. The only advantage is related to thick items, thick, rigid items. If you don't plan to do this, then your decision at this point is really preference-based. Hey, which one do I like more? Do I like the slide out? Do I like the swing? At that point, it's just, hey, that's all up to you. There's really no right or wrong answer after that. So that's really how you choose between a clamshell or a swing away. Let's head back on over to the front here. We're going to give a demonstration right now, but before we do, we're going to double check to see if we have any cool questions that I can answer. And once again, if you're just tuning in today I'm talking about how to select the right heat press for you. So maybe you're brand new to this, you want to know, well, which heat press should I get? Quick recap, we talked about how much use do you think you're going to be putting on your heat press? what size heat press should I get? And we just talked about clamshell versus swing away. Notice I haven't talked about budget yet. But yes, the time has come. And let me see if I have some questions first. Melinda's asking, what sizes are they? That's a great question. We have 9-inch by 12-inch, 9-inch by 13-inch, 12-inch by 15-inch, 15 by 15, 16 by 20, 16 by 24, and it go 20 by 25, and then like large format after that. Lots of different sizes available, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay, yeah, so if you're just tuning in, we talked about clamshell versus swing away, how to choose the right size. And if you missed any of this info, I'll probably give a quick recap at the end, or you could just watch the replay of this and you can see the whole presentation from the beginning. It'll be available on Facebook and YouTube. Let's see, any questions here? What do we got? Ronnie's killing it answering the questions. She's putting me out of a job. Just get her up here. Okay, so really quick, and I have notes to make sure that I don't miss anything, because I'm always talking too much and I'm missing stuff. Oh, so the last thing you're going to want to consider is price, and then with price is going to come features. So if you head on over to our site right now, we are having our huge Black Friday sale, and as an example, we have our M-Press 15-inch by 15-inch heat press. It's on sale right now. It's 20% off, and so if you're looking at the M-Press 15 by 15, which I think it might come up on screen right now, that one's only like $375 right now with the 20% off discount. Yep, there it is. It's $375. So you might be asking, okay, what's the difference between a $375 press and if you go to the HPN Signature Pro 15 by 15-inch clamshell, that one is hovering around $500 or $600 right now. Actually, Alex, if you don't mind bringing up the Signature Pro 1515, yep, that one. It's $679.95. So you might be asking yourself, what in the world could make these two heat presses? They're the same size, they're by the same maker, they're HPN presses. So these are both our presses. Why is one $300 more? Usually with the price, you're gonna get additional features. So I'm gonna talk about that really quick. So with let's take the M-Press for example. That's a very entry-level heat press. It's very basic, very simple, but it's gonna get the job done. Here at HPN, we kind of like to consider it like you're buying a car, you know? You could have a Toyota Corolla, which is an amazing car, or you could have BMW 5 Series, you know? They're both great cars. They're both gonna get you from point A to point B. BMW is gonna have a little bit better features. It's a more comfortable ride, and it has a lot more to offer the driver as far as comforts and just different features, right? Both are gonna get you to the same place. On that same note, if you have a t-shirt that's been heat pressed by a $375 press, it's gonna look exactly the same and be the exact same quality as a t-shirt that was heat pressed by a $2,500 press like the Fusion IQ. If you hold the two shirts up side by side, you won't be able to tell the difference. The only difference is gonna be whoever's using the heat presses, the user, the driver, they're gonna have a different experience depending on what press they're using. So some of those features are auto open. So auto open, what that is you close the heat press, you lower the handle, and this is not a good example. Basically, you lower the handle. When the timer counts to 0, the machine automatically opens up on its own. That's really good if you're multitasking. You don't want to accidentally burn a shirt. We got you covered with auto open. Some of the heat presses have nicer screens than others, and it might sound very basic, but like the M-Press and the Craft Pro, the control panel on there where you set your time and temperature is very, very basic, very simple readout, which allows us to offer them at a lower price, and they're just not as fancy. No big deal, right? The Signature Series has an upgraded control panel, and then if you really want to go far, again, going back to Stahl's Hottronics, you have the Fusion IQ where you could program your presets, you could set different user controls. It's incredible. It's like having a little computer there in the heat press, which is awesome. So there's these different features. As you go up in features, you're gonna go up in price. So just because the heat press is at the bottom end of the price range does not make it a bad quality heat press. We don't sell junk here at HeatPressNation. Let me tell you that right now. All of our presses are great quality. We back them up with our 1-year warranty, with our free lifetime tech support. It's just gonna be additional features that you're gonna get along the way. So you have auto open. I'm going to talk about Sure Pressure in a minute, which is what you're going to find on our Signature Pro line of heat presses. Other things are the slide-out lower platen. The Empress does not have a slide-out lower platen. The Craft Pro and Signature Series do. So these are different features that you can have. As you go up in price on the presses, you're going to find these additional features, and they might make your pressing life a little bit easier. If you're only pressing like once or twice a week, you might not press enough to justify these additional features and additional price. You'll very likely be extremely happy with kind of a heat press on the more simple side of the features list, also on the lower side of the price list. So price and features definitely go hand in hand. One thing I found in the heat press world is that you really do get what you pay for. You really do. I get this question a lot. Hey, why wouldn't I just get an Amazon heat press? Because honestly, you're rolling the dice every time. Maybe I should thank Amazon, because I get a lot of calls from people who are like, hey, my Amazon press just busted after 2 months, 2 weeks, 9 months. The time frame always ranges, but it's always their press just pooped out and now they need to buy a legitimate one. So that's what your friends here at HeatPressNation are for. You get what you pay for. And here at HeatPressNation, we do our very best to make sure that you're getting everything that you're paying for. So again, if you want cool features like auto open, like Sure Pressure, you want that slide out lower platen, it's going to come at a slightly additional price, which is determined by your budget. So if you're on a budget and you have $500, but you need a 16 by 24 inch heat press, probably not going to work out. Probably want to get you into something maybe a little bit smaller, or you can save up to get that big 16 by 24, or maybe you okay, I have $400. Well, you're in luck, because right now the Empress 15 by 15, it's only $375. Ships for free, FedEx ground. Anyway, so moving on. So there's a few other specialty heat presses that we do carry, which if we have questions, I'll probably dive into these a little deeper, because we do have some demonstrations to get into, which will help show the different features and help you appreciate the different differences between the heat presses. But we have cap presses available for making hats. We have mug presses available for making mugs, and like we mentioned before, these bad boys, So those are available on site. If you guys have questions about those, I'm happy to answer those. But I think we're ready to get into our demonstrations, right? Yeah, okay. Any questions, please feel free to bring them up. I'm going to come over here to the table, and I'm going to show you what we're going to be heat pressing today. So really quick here, I'm going to show you how to press a Sublimation t-shirt. This is a white t-shirt. I have my pre-printed Sublimation transfer. And yeah, we're going to take these back over to the heat press right now. Now I'm going to be demonstrating on a 15 by 15 inch swing away heat press. Now I could easily fit this right here on the 9 by 13. Of course, could also fit it right here on the 12 by 15. And what I didn't do today was bring one of my t-shirts, because my t-shirts are gigantic. These are mediums, and so of course they're very easy to center onto these smaller ones. If you have a super big t-shirt, you might find that all the fabric hanging off the sides might make it harder to press on here. Of course, today we also have this really cool Christmas sweater that we're going to be pressing. And I'm going to be showing you a pressing pillow. So really quick, I'm going to come back over and I'm almost there. Just want to grab my notes, make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, so there we go. So we have this right here. Let's go ahead and do this. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to explain to you what Sure Pressure is. I'm going to press the Sublimation sweater first with a pressing pillow, and then I'm going to switch over to this sweater with no pressing pillow. And you might be wondering why I'm going to do that, and that's going to be to show you what the Sure Pressure feature is. So this is a little chart that I made. My Sure Pressure settings. Honestly, just keep a notepad. If you want this, you could print this out yourself. We don't actually sell the printouts. So what I'm going to do here, let me grab my pen. So here's what Sure Pressure is. Sure Pressure is a pressure marking system. So what you do here is you take a note, like right now I'm going to put sub T with pressing pillow. Actually, it looks like that just says PP. Probably should have thought that one through a little better. Anyways, so I have a sublimation T with pressing pillow. Of course, you're going to note the time, which is 60 seconds. My temperature is 385 degrees. And honestly, I really recommend keeping notes of your transfers. And the peel is going to be hot. Now, right here, I have a number for my sure pressure number. I'm going to leave that one blank. Let's head on over back to the heat press. So here at this heat press, you'll see I have my pressing pillow. Now this pressing pillow is designed to help eliminate the press marks on my t-shirt. So I have this right here. Let's put this on. I'm going to center my t-shirt to the press. And so the pillow, you'll notice that the pillow has soft edges. So this is important for a few reasons, but to help eliminate what it does when you want to eliminate your press marks, the big heat press, when it comes down on it, and I don't want too much pressure, that's a little too much. So I'm doing two things. I'm pre-pressing my garment and lowering the pressure. There we go. When you're working with a pressing pillow, you don't need a ton of pressure on it. There we go. And so now, instead of there being a harsh imprint of the heat press corners on my shirt, this area has nice, because the edges are rounded off and soft, there's no imprint, right? So now, here's the problem. This pressure, let's say I took this shirt off, right? And I'm pressing another shirt. I'm pressing like a cotton t-shirt, so I don't need my pillow. Okay? Putting a different shirt on here. Let's just pretend it's a different shirt. Because the pillow's gone, now when I lower this, it's not even going to touch it, or it's barely going to touch it. Not nearly enough pressure to heat press something. So now I have to readjust, and before I do, my sure pressure number, what I'm going to do is mark it right there. And can we pan up to see it real quick? Perfect. Right here, my sure pressure number is at like 11. Actually, I like it to be even. 11. It's at 11. So what I'm going to do now is I have my chart, right? And so where it says sure pressure number, I'm just going to put, ooh, that's hot. I'm going to put 11. So I have all my settings right here. Alex is laughing at me. I have my sublimation t-shirt with the pressing pillow. My sure pressure number is 11, time, blah, 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 blah. So now, anytime I switch back and forth, when I'm making another t-shirt with my pressing pillow, right? Even if I've messed up and I'm just gonna I'm adjusting my pressure, right? So now my pressure's all out of whack, right? So now what I'm gonna do, I'm sorry, can we pan back up to see the sure pressure number? So look, I'm messing up my pressure setting, right? This is the wrong pressure. Let's just pretend I did something totally different. All I have to do now, go back to my notes. So keep a notepad, or you could print this out, whatever you want to do. My sure pressure number is 11. So instead of guessing and changing and wondering if I have the right pressure, all I'm going to do is dial it back until I hit 11. And now I know for a fact that this is at the perfect temperature, and we're just going to test that theory. Yep, it's beautiful. It keeps your results very consistent. It saves you time when you're switching back and forth between different, and there's going to be a different setting if I'm using a pressing pad, pressing pillow, no pad, no pillow, whether I'm doing wood panels or sweaters or whatever it is. You're going to have anytime you're going to use a different pressure setting, you're going to log it in your notes. So when you have to go back to that item, it's a breeze. So really quick, just to show you how easy breezy cover girl this really is, we're just going to do a quick demo. And I know everybody wants to see a demo. Another thing I love about sublimation is just how quick this is. So yeah, so we're just gonna put that down there. Gonna cover it here. Now I didn't put any parchment paper inside my t-shirt, but that's okay. Oh, sorry. I should use the scissors next time. 385, 60 seconds. And this is also how you avoid getting press marks on here. Let's see if we have any questions. We are live, so I'll be taking your questions live. Jimmy Zamaripa says, hello everybody from Santa Ana, California. Oh, hello, not too far. Lizzie Cavalieri says, hi. Pleasure to have you guys join us today. Give me a second, I'm gonna check over on our Facebook, see what everybody's doing. By the way, we are running our sale right now. So if you are barely joining us, welcome, welcome. I want to thank you guys for being here. We are running our Black Friday sale right now, so this press plus a ton of other things are on sale. Verena, that's a great question. Do you need additional mats to do the wood printing? No, you don't. Not at all. In fact, if I had a blank wood panel here, I would press it for you. Oh, there's the timer. Give me 1 second. So this timer has counted down to 0. Gonna gently remove the parchment paper. Gonna give that a second to kind of just air out. You'll notice that sometimes you may have some fumes or other things kind of coming off the t-shirt. That's okay. If you're using sawgrass inks, sawgrass ink is non-toxic, but still not fun to breathe in. So, anyways, okay, that should be good. I'm just gonna pull that right off, and look how beautiful that came out. Darn, that is good. Typically, I don't recommend changing your settings, like locking them in, until you've done a test press at that setting. And this test press came out pretty gorgeous, man. I'm gonna hold this up to the camera just so you can see it. Now, if you are seeing a line up there, that's actually an imprint of the paper itself. Where am I? There we go. And no worries, we would just repress that with some parchment paper, iron that out. Darn, that looks good. That's amazing. Okay, now next, actually, let me go ahead and drop my temperature really quick. I'm gonna press this next one a little hot. More because I'm showing a demonstration of the pressure, not so much the temperature. So you'll forgive me if I press this next transfer a little hot. Okay. So I'm gonna head on back over here to my heat press. So yeah, so that was it. Let me bring back my demo, of course. And so there we go. Now that I've done a test press, and I know exactly how my t-shirts are gonna work with a pressing pillow. Now I'm just gonna lock those in on my chart. Again, use your notepad, whatever it is that you got. Keep a Google Sheet or use Excel, whatever works best. You're gonna wanna make sure you're logging your material with any notes. So in this case, it's a Sublimation tee with a pressing pillow. My shirt pressure number was 11. Time was 60 seconds. Temperature is 385. Peeled it hot. And now, next time I go back, really the only one I'm gonna really keep in mind is the pressure. My shirt pressure number, I'm able to switch back to that. Now, if you don't have shirt pressure, what you're gonna do is you're just gonna go manually until you get it by feel, which is cool. It is kind of a hassle, so that's why I really like shirt pressure. It just helps. Denise is asking, I want that design. How can I get that? You know what, Denise? I'm pretty sure we got that from Shutterstock. We get a lot of our, we don't have a lot of time here to create. I used to create a lot of original graphics for this, but it just got too overwhelming, and I'm not that great of a designer anyway, so this is very likely available on Shutterstock. How long do the heating elements last? It depends on what you're working with. So if you're using a mug press, those heating elements are rated between anywhere from like 600 to 1,000 presses. It really depends on the temperature and duration of your presses. The mug press heating elements are considered consumable items. You will eventually need to replace them. Now with the heat presses, these are awesome. These are going to last you for years. Now we do offer a 1-year warranty on parts and labor, heating element included. So if you're within that 1 year for whatever reason, and this is extremely rare, by the way, I could probably count on one hand the time that this has happened, but heating element, for whatever reason, doesn't work, give us a call. We'll replace it for you. parts and labor, guaranteed under our warranty. You can also extend that warranty. You can add up to 3 additional years to your warranty. For more information, you can check that out on our website, HeatPressNation.com, or give us a call, 800-215-0894. But you get a 1-year warranty free with all of our presses, and you could add up to 3 additional years to that warranty for a total of 4 years warranty on your heat presses. That'll cover any parts that need to get replaced on there. For more information, of course, visit our site. And then, oh, by the way, and then going back to like Stahl's Hottronics Geonite, these super fancy, super expensive heat presses, they actually guarantee their heating elements for a lifetime. So this part, good for life. Okay. All right, so now really quick, we're gonna get back. I'm gonna show you the difference. So here, again, we're kind of showing off the SurePressure today because a lot of our Signature Pro heat presses are on sale. So I have this Christmas sweater with this really cool heat transfer vinyl design. I'm gonna take this back to my heat press and we're gonna press them, and I'm gonna show you the difference why SurePressure is important. Now normally, because this is like a 50-50, I probably would use a pressing pillow, but because I need to make a point today, I'm not gonna use that. So I'm gonna load my sweater directly onto the heat press. Again, no pressing pillow, right? Gonna load it directly onto the heat press. And so now my SurePressure is at 11, but I feel like it's gonna be a little bit too loose. Yeah, like that's just way loose. It's not gonna work. Caesar Easy Weed presses at a medium pressure. How do you find medium pressure? You know what? Now is a good time to show you. So really quick, I have a blank piece of paper somewhere. Oh, I have a blank piece of paper. What am I talking about? So this is the paper pressure test. Very easy. You're going to put a piece of paper in, like so. You're going to close the heat press. If the paper is able to slide out, even just a little bit, that means your pressure is too loose. So you're going to want to increase your pressure in small increments until that paper is stuck in there. If it's stuck, it does not slide out. That's how you know you have enough pressure to transfer heat transfer vinyl onto a t-shirt. Now, because this is a sweater, it's a little bit thicker. I'm probably going to have to loosen my pressure a little bit. Let's see. Actually, that feels pretty good. So my SurePressure number is at 40. So I've done all my adjustments. My SurePressure number right here is at 40. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put crew neck. This is really hot, by the way. I'm going to put crew neck. SurePressure number is 40. My time is 10 seconds. My temperature is 305 because it's Easy Weed, and I can even just put EW for Easy Weed right here. My peel is warm. SurePressure number is what I'm going to be paying attention to. And so now that that's been set, now look, now here's what's cool about this. Now that I know that this is going to get pressed at 40 and the other one's going to get pressed at 11, anytime I need to switch back and forth, I'm just going to adjust the dial between the numbers. Trust me, it's so much faster than having to do the paper pressure test between every stinking press. Trust the professionals, guys. It's just so much quicker. Now, one thing I do want to make clear is this is not a PSI indicator. The only heat presses that have a PSI indicator are the pneumatic heat presses. Those are going to be the air-powered heat presses. So if you absolutely, now this is kind of uncommon, but if you absolutely need to have a precise PSI for your application, again, not heat transfer is not typical for that. But if you absolutely have to have a very specific PSI for your transfer, you're going to want a pneumatic heat press, which is an air-powered heat press. You plug in your air compressor to that. It's going to be like something like the Stahl's Air Fusion, the Geonite DK20 SP, and these are several $1,000s. They're awesome, though. All right, so I've covered my transfer with the parchment paper. I'm at my SurePressure number. We're going to press. And it's only, oh, I put 15 seconds on there. Sorry, 15 seconds. I'm not quite at the right temperature, but that's okay. We're just kind of showing off the shear pressure right here. Okay, that's done. Gonna move this out of the way. It's a warm peel. Boom. And just like that, we are done. Now, if this was a t-shirt, I might want to increase my pressure a little bit. But now, so now that I know that this works, I've done my test press, I've done even my wash test. Now, on my notes, I could lock this in like, yep, crew neck, my shear pressure number is 40 for this application. And if I had to switch back really fast to the other one, no worries, I'm just going to change my dial it back to 11. So shear pressure, what it really is, it's a very awesome pressure marking system. Makes for quick recall of your pressure settings. Now, this is going to keep your pressure very consistent across all of your transfers. So no more guessing, or your transfers are going to have very consistent pressure. If you're training somebody, if you have employees working for you, and you want to make sure that they're pressing at the right pressure, just give them your chart. Make sure that they're using your shear pressure number that you set for them. Going to head back over here. Actually, I'm going to show this off because I love this sweater. Super cute design. Again, Ronnie killing it with the cute factor. We're going to show this off to you guys right here. Now, what's cool about this graphic is this could have easily fit. Let me grab this real quick here. This could have easily fit. Ooh, I messed this up. On either of these smaller presses. I just did it over there because that heat press was hot, and it was ready to go. Yeah, so that's shear pressure. And shear pressure, I feel like that's the feature that like is kind of harder to explain, so I'm glad we got a chance to show you a live example of that. Let me see if we got any questions. Is there anything I can help with? I feel like Ronnie's just killing it with the pressure. There we go. Jessica is saying, is the pressure recall available on the Signature Series swingaways? Not all of them. This is going to be, shear pressure is exclusive to the Signature Pro. So if you have the HPN Signature Pro, it will have that shear pressure feature. And right now at HeatPressNation, I want to say most of the HPN Signature Pro models are on sale. I'm checking the pricing right now on our site. So we're going to come back to that. Actually, let me head on over to the main camera here so we can see. You guys can see all those. There we go. I'm on my mark. Okay, so this exact press that you see me using today, it's a 15 by 15 inch Signature Pro swing away with shear pressure. This one is in fact on sale. It's regularly $899.95, and right now at 20% off, it's $719.96. That's a huge savings. You're saving like almost $200. It's like $180 off of this press, which is amazing. HPN Signature Pro, you'll see there on screen, you have the Signature Pro 15 by 15. That's on sale. And then the two presses that we have on the other table, those are both on sale as well. So the HPN Craft Pro, actually, let's show you guys real quick. This pup right here, ooh, sticky. This pup right here is the Craft Pro 13 by 9, 20% off. It's only $367.96. That is crazy. So if you are only going to be doing transfers about the size of a sheet of paper or smaller, they fit perfectly on this 13 by 9 inch heat press, and you are going to be in business. You're still going to get professional transfer results. This is not a cheap heat press. This is not like we didn't skimp on the quality of this heat press. This is a fantastic heat press. It's just a little small. Perfect if you don't really need to go past, again, you don't really need to go past the size of a sheet of paper. Perfect. And then we have over here the 12 by 15 inch Craft Pro. This is in mint. This is also, now this is really great because one thing I've noticed is while I do like to have the 15 by 15 inch width on a lot of my transfers, I don't frequently need to go 15 by 15 tall. So the 12 inch by 15 inch is actually a really, really great choice. Again, you can get full-size transfers on this t-shirt. If it wasn't so tall, I could have easily fit this on this press. And this one is $383.96. Regular price is $480. And right now it's on sale $383.96. That's 20% off. And the mint and the pink ones are on sale. Now, For the 15 by 15, well, that one's, the mint and pink are not on sale, but if you want mint or pink and the smaller models, they're on sale. They're ready to go. These things kick absolute tail. So yeah, we have a lot on sale on our site right now with more to come. So if you want to know what's going on sale tomorrow, and then on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, text the word HEAT to 20198. Again, text the word HEAT to 20198. Also, we're taking a poll here. If you want me to get a haircut, Venmo $3. I'm just playing around. My wife's asked me about getting a haircut. So anyways, you might see me with a fresh cut tomorrow. We'll see if I feel like even doing it, right? No, I'm just kidding. So we have lots of presses on sale. We have cap presses on sale. We have mug presses on sale. We have heat presses on sale. We even have, I can't give away too many details as to what's to come, but I mean, trust me, this is our biggest sale of the year. Last year for Black Friday, we didn't get a chance to have too many items on sale just because the pandemic, the supply issues, but this year we are well stocked unlike a lot of stuff. And so we're really excited to be able to bring you guys some incredible deals. Some of these presses have not been on sale for like 2 years now, since Black Friday 2019. So we're very excited to be able to have this for you guys. And yeah, if you have any questions on which heat press to pick, you can give us a call. 800-215-0894. I say that number like 100 times a day. I don't know how I blanked. It's right there. You can also go to heat.press/support. It's right there on your screen. If you have any questions about the right heat press for you. Maybe I didn't cover your specific situation here. Today's facts were kind of general, and you're like, hey, I have, a heat press company, and I press dog bandanas, and I need to do 5,000 dog bandanas every week. Which press should I get? Give us a call because our pros, our HP and My Expert support team is happy to help you. Another really awesome resource is the Facebook group. So you can go there, right there, it's on your screen, heat.press/FB group. That'll take you right to the HeatPressNation Creators Facebook group. Now let me tell you something about this group. Really awesome, knowledgeable, and experienced peers in that group. So it's not a bunch of people just telling you what to buy, like buy. Like, no. I mean, yes, I'm in the group. There's a few of us from the sales team in the group. We're really there to just help answer questions and link you to the right products. I would not consider that a high pressure group. Like, we're like, oh, well, you need to buy the $20,000 heat press. No, we're not going to do that to you. We really want to just share our experience, share what we know works, and then there's lots of other awesome customers from the HeatPressNation community who are there to help answer your questions. So one thing I will say, there's already been like a ton of really incredible information that's been shared. So if you're new to the group and you want to know like where to buy t-shirts, what vinyl works best, what cutter is recommended, trust me, we've already answered that question like 4,000 times. So go into the search feature and search your question out. And of course, if it's not there, or if you just want some fresh perspective, pop it in, ask a question to the group. Everybody there is super friendly, very happy to help. You might even say, hey, has anyone here used the Signature Pro 1515 swing? Yeah, chances are you're very likely going to find somebody there with a personal experience on that heat press. So we have lots of stuff on sale. I can't say it enough. Text the word HEAT to 20198. That way you can get the updates what's on sale tomorrow. So today we just dropped a bunch of heat presses on sale at 20% off. Tomorrow we have even more incredible deals coming your way every day through Black Friday. Final set of deals are launching Cyber Monday, and it's going to be insane. I'm here. I'm taking calls. If you have any questions, maybe we'll get to talk. If not, we have lots of really awesome and friendly reps. Happy to help you out. Some of the best people I know. Here, Lena Baggett, I need one for a home business I'm trying to start. So to kind of recap what we talked about, the first thing you're going to want to consider is how many presses do you think you're doing a week? If you're pressing anywhere from 1 to 100 items a week, even 250 items per week, yeah, you could pretty much use any of the HeatPressNation, the Craft Pro Black Series. Those are all going to work really well. If you want that slide out lower plate, you can check out the Craft Pro. If you're doing full-size adult t-shirts, I would recommend at least a 15 by 15 because you're going to consider the size of transfer. Of course, if you're planning on doing shirts like for guys like me, a XXX t-shirt with a giant oversized graphic, you might want to consider a 16 by 20. Again, rather than tell you like you must buy this press, I feel like here at HeatPressNation we try to say, hey, if you're gonna do this, you want to consider this. We try to help you to be the most informed possible, so you can make the best decision when selecting a heat press. And then if you just have all the money in the world and you're like, hey, give me the one with all the bells and whistles, well, I'll do that. I'll be happy to sell you a $4,000 heat press. So no worries about that. The 16 by 20 inch. Penny's asking, is the 16 by 20 inch swing away HPN Signature Pro on sale? I don't know. So let's check. Let's check. Yes, it is. HPN Signature Pro 16 by 20 inch swing away with the shirt. Basically this one, but in a 16 by 20. It's on sale and it's $879.96, which is crazy. Regular price is $1,100 or $10.99. Regular price is $1,100 right now. It's on sale for $880 if we're rounding to the next nearest even number. That's huge, actually. That's like I don't know. That's like over $200 off. I want to say something like that. $220. That's a pretty fat discount. Ships for free, so you definitely want to jump on that. These sales are while supplies last. So while it is on sale, it's supposed to be on sale until Cyber Monday. But the Signature Series especially are pretty hot. So you definitely want to act on that pretty quick. You don't want to miss out on that special sale pricing. Oh, this is Samantha. Are there a lot or just a few? There are a lot. So we've earmarked a ton of heat presses for this sale specifically. However, if there's one thing I learned in the past 2 years, is that even if we think we have a lot of something, the demand has just been huge for heat presses lately. So I would say it's better to be safe than sorry. The presses are not going to be more discounted than this. 20% off is already huge. Usually in the past Black Fridays, we typically don't even go to 20%. So this is actually a really good sale for us. So we do have a lot ready to go on sale in stock. However, I wouldn't put it off too long. Sale's supposed to run on these presses until the end of next week, which is Cyber Monday week, Cyber Week. However, not even counting the pandemic, but in previous years, we have seen certain items sell out before the end of the sale. So if you really want something, go for it. Go for it, go for it. Let's see, Jeff is asking, better to go with multi if wanting cup and hat, or is individual specialty better? Me personally, and this is not me trying to sell you on extra gear you don't need. Me personally, I like having a separate machine for each specific application. So at home, I have if you want to know what I use at home for my side business, I have the HPN Signature Series 16 by 20 inch auto open for my t-shirts. For my mugs, I have the HPN Signature Series mug press. And then for my hats, I have the HPN Black Series cap press, but I gotta be honest, I haven't used that thing in like 2 years. I just haven't done hats. None of my customers want hats. If I had to buy a hat press now, while I do love the Black Series cap press, and it is on sale, the HPN Signature Series Auto Open is so dope. I love that press. It's on sale. I don't even know what the price is right now. HPN Signature Cap is where I'd go if I had to buy another cap press. Again, I haven't done hats in like 2 years. So the Black Series is what I got, and the Signature is what I want. Okay, what heat press am I using? Oh, what I'm using at home right here. This is the Signature Pro 15 by 15 inch swing away. This is on sale right now. Strike while the iron's hot. Oh, thank you, Penny. This is kind words from Penny. Penny says, just purchased it. I have bought all my heat presses from HPM. The customer service is outstanding. On behalf of my team, I will take a bow. Thank you so much. That's actually really kind words. I really appreciate that. Let's see. Any other questions we have? Oh, so sorry, Jeff. Back to your question. We do have a multi-function heat press available. I'm not sure which ones are on sale right now. I know the 12 by 15 inch multifunctions are on sale. Those are really cool if you want to be able to handle, oh yeah, they're right there. If you want to be able to have multiple things in one machine, the reason why I like separate presses is because if you're going to use the main t-shirt press, you have to power off your machine, wait for it to cool down so you could remove the plate, switch it out for the cap attachment. And sometimes that's a hassle because then after you wait for it to cool down, you plug it back in, then you have to wait for it to heat back up so you can press your hats. That's the only drawback for me. I like having a separate cap press. But again, I haven't done caps in 2 years, so who am I to say, right? But again, you ask my personal opinion, that's my personal opinion. I like having the separate machines. Okay, any other questions here? I love questions. Like, let's see. No. Okay, so I said the answer first before I asked the question. Bryce is asking, can the 12 by 15 inch Signature Series Platen be upgraded to a larger Platen at a later time? Unfortunately not. When you buy your heat press, it's going to be locked in at that size because this arm right here, it'll be too short on the 12 by 15. So yeah, it wouldn't fit the 15-15 attachment, even if you could. Okay, let's see. Leah's asking, what about the oven to do mugs and tumblers? Is that on sale? Do you need to get a mug press if you get the oven? So the oven wraps are not on sale to my knowledge. Don't quote me on that. Maybe we'll answer that in the comments. I don't believe the oven attachments, the oven wraps are going on sale. If you have the oven wrap, you don't need to have a mug press. So we have whole videos on that later, so I definitely recommend checking that out on our YouTube channel. But yeah, basically if you have an oven wrap, what that is, the wrap applies tight pressure on the transfer so it can press it into the mug. So you just toss that into your little toaster oven about 10 minutes or so, and yeah, you get really great results. And if you do that, you don't need to have a mug press. So it is really cool. So no need for a mug press if you have an oven wrap. Great questions. Let's head back over to our YouTube fam. I'm not ignoring you guys. Let's see if we have any questions there. Elizabeth is saying, I would love a full-size heat press. Yes, I'm very glad that I made the choice to get a 16 by 20 inch heat press again, because I press a lot of big t-shirts with big graphics. If you're not doing that, you probably may not need it, but I'm glad that I did personally. Can you show us Forever Multi-Trans paper on a powder-coated cup? Okay, they took it. Okay, I don't know if this is powder-coated or not. I'm not sure how the paint was applied to this. It looks and feels powder-coated. I cannot say. But this, and it was meant to be really light-colored because it kind of goes with the sky theme of the cup. But yeah, this is Forever Multi-Trans, right, Alex? Yeah. Forever Multi-Trans on this. This is like a wannabe Hydro Flask. It's not the real Hydro Flask brand. This is like V-Fine, some Amazon brand that we tested on. But yeah, I want to say this is powder coated. I couldn't say specifically. But yeah, Forever Multi-Trans works great on hard surfaces. So yeah, works fantastic on there. Cheryl, that's a great question. Cheryl says, when I texted Heat to your number, I got a message telling me I was already signed up and provided a coupon code. What is the coupon code for? I believe that coupon code is for $10 off your order of 50 or more. Which, by the way, last I checked, you could stack it with Black Friday deals. So all of our Black Friday deals, there's no coupon code necessary. The discount is automatically applied when you get to checkout. Or actually, no, I'm sorry. It's already applied to the pricing. So the pricing you see reflects the discount. As a result, last I checked, you could still use your text coupon code. So when you text HEAT to 20198, you should get a coupon code taking $10 off your next order of $50 or more. Feel free to stack that. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Okay, I think that's going to do it for all the questions. Let me pop back over to Facebook really quick, make sure I didn't miss anybody. But yeah, I thank you guys so much for joining me for a talk today on how to choose the right heat press. Now, I guarantee you there are some questions that I did not answer, some topics that I may not have covered. If that's the case, drop a question in the comments below. We'll be happy to answer them anytime, even if you're not watching this live. Maybe you're watching the replay. We'll be happy to do that. Verina's asking, oh, you know what? I did miss that question. Sorry, Verena, you were asking about needing the green mat for wood panels. We don't have a green mat here anymore, do we? No, not anymore. So the green mat, that's going to be our conductive rubber. And that's really for ceramic ornaments, which I don't even think we have any right here either. We just cleaned up in here. So usually this place was a mess. And our awesome team cleaned up in here. But as a result, I don't have all my blanks. So what the conductive rubber does is if you have something like a ceramic ornament that has like a curved edge, the conductive rubber slightly wraps around and helps get the sublimation transfer as far over the edge of the corners as possible. Conductive rubber also helps cushion the squish, if you will, because remember this heat press, this is a metal heating element, and then, let me get this out of the way. And then it's soft, but it's not that soft, it's pretty firm. So when you're doing ceramic ornaments and other fragile glass items that are flat. Sometimes having a little bit of conductive rubber on there just helps, cushion it a little bit. You could also use like heat felt that we have on there. There's different things that you can use, but the conductive rubber usually goes on top of flat items like the ceramic ornaments, and that helps kind of fill in. And if you've pressed a ceramic ornament, you know what I'm talking about. It helps press around the radius of the edges, and it also helps if you have the detailed ones like little holes cut in it. It helps kind of get as close inside those as possible. So it just kind of helps fill in the nook and crannies of those products. Okay, I think that's going to do it for the Q&A. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Again, don't forget Black Friday sale is running now. We have new items going on sale every day through Black Friday, and then a final set of deals on Cyber Monday. You don't want to miss it out. Text the word HEAT to 20198 and follow us on social media. My name is Jared. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I hope to see you guys really soon. Adios.